Hello everyone, my name is Maddie and welcome to my creative test world. This is where I have planned a lot of the projects that I've done in my Eons episodes, and I wanted to hop on here and just have a little chat, just a little convo to talk about all of the accomplishments that we've done over the last 6 months. When this video comes out, it'll be 6 months to the day since I started my YouTube journey. And I honestly still have trouble believing that I actually decided to start doing this. I have been wanting to make videos since I was a little kid. Well, not a little kid. I'm kind of old, and YouTube didn't actually exist when I was a little kid, but I have been watching YouTube videos pretty much since the platform existed, before it was even purchased by Google. And I've always wanted to try my hand at making videos. I just never had the confidence to do it. As a teenager, I just never thought like somebody like me could learn video editing. It just seemed so far, I don't know, out of my reach. Beyond me, really. And so I just didn't even try. I didn't even try to learn how to do it. And I just continued being a silent observer of different content creators and enjoying their videos, and just thought that I'd never be on the platform. I suppose what happened to finally make me jump the gun and just try at YouTube is that back in February, I returned to playing Minecraft and talking to my online friends after about a year's absence. I kind of went AWOL, really, for the entire year of 2023. My grandma had passed away at the very end of 2022, and she was somebody I was incredibly close to. And even though Minecraft really had nothing to do with her, she barely knew what it was and would just kind of humor me when I would talk about it or show her things that I made. Even though it had nothing to do with her, it was really hard for me to get into things that I enjoyed doing before she passed, after she passed. And Minecraft was just one of those things that I tried to pick it up, I tried to play, and I couldn't do it. And it took me about a year to finally come to the point where I felt like, okay, I want to take back the things that I enjoyed doing. And I hopped back on to my friend Plasma's Discord and started playing on his survival world, and a lot had happened for him and his wife, my friend Stormy, during my year's absence. One of those being that Plasma's YouTube channel had really kind of grown, and he'd made some friends in a community called, oh gosh, the name escapes me right now. What was it called? Skyfall. That's it. Skyfall. So he had made friends in a community called Skyfall, and they had an SMP going where they'd had a whole season that had ended, and he had grouped up with some people from Skyfall to make Skyfall Season 2, which turned into the Eons SMP, which had already been running for a little while when I came back to playing Minecraft. And I really wanted to play Minecraft with Plasma and Stormy, which they were spending a lot of the time on Eons, so I ended up applying to join Eons so that I could hang out with them, and I got accepted onto that server. It's not required on Eons to be a content creator, but I felt like if ever there was the perfect time for me to start, it was going to be right then, because I would have something I could focus on making content around, and I would have a community of people around me that could help guide me and that I could go to ask questions about thumbnails or editing, where to find music, all those kind of beginner questions. And I just decided to go for it. And my first video, it's not that great, but Davis was here. Yeah. It wasn't that great, but honestly, I don't think it has to be great to start. I think just getting started was the whole point, right? So I made my first video and I made a bunch of new friends and got put up on a team with Maz, who is now in a lot of my content, and I started making friends and connections, and I ended up going from just being on the Eons SMP to now joining the Menace SMP as well. And that introduced me to some more new content creator friends, and I just kind of feel like my circle's really kind of like expanded from there. I have been really lucky to meet some really great people who take my silly questions, my random questions, and help me understand things, or point me into resources that I can use to learn how to edit better, to balance sound better, to find better music for my videos. I just feel like the best thing to come out of the last 6 months is kind of just the friendships that I've made with different people online. So I wanted to first off say thank you to all of my awesome friends from Eons, from Menace, especially Maz, and all those people who have been helping me with the questions I have about content creating, and that have been willing to collab with me in videos and stuff like that. So thanks so much, guys. So I quickly went from not being on YouTube at all, not really playing Minecraft at all, to suddenly starting a channel, being on 2 SMPs, and recently I started this Skyblock series with Maz. So I feel like I've got my my hand in a lot of buckets. Is that the phrase? I don't know. Somebody can correct me if that's not the phrase. Sometimes I do feel a little stretched thin. I still work full-time, obviously. While it would be awesome for my channel to really take off and you do YouTube full-time, I'm definitely not there yet. We're a ways out from that. So I work full-time. I have family obligations, and balancing that with editing can be pretty hard sometimes. I definitely already experienced at times the kind of burnout that comes with trying to do a lot of video editing, and keeping up with other IRL tasks, and trying not to feel like I'm kind of being a failure at all of the things that I'm trying to do at once. And I'm not always super successful with that, but I have been working pretty hard on setting up a better balance of work versus family versus friends, free time, and video editing. And it is a lot to balance. As somebody with ADHD, I just don't remember things very well. But I've kind of got a better groove going now that I have more of a routine set for myself. Yeah, I would say if you are worried about getting into video editing, if you're worried about getting into making videos, I mean, just do it. They don't have to be good so right away. Editing Maddie here, jumping in to just add to my thought here, since I do tend to kind of forget where I'm going with a point when I'm just talking off the cuff. But what I mean by videos don't need to be good is that they don't need to be perfect. And I know that myself, that I struggle with doing things and if they're not matching the vision I have in my head, then I really struggle sometimes with completing the thing because I want it to be the way that I see it. And that sometimes is a really beneficial quality to have, but a lot of the time it just holds me back from being able to do the things that I want to do because I get frustrated and so I stop. And with starting to learn how to make content, with jumping into using DaVinci and learning about audio, all these things like that, there's just too much to learn for videos to be perfect right off the bat. And they're never going to be perfect. I kind of go on to say here in a minute that every video should be an opportunity to learn and to look at things and say like, okay, this is what I want to improve on in my next video. Every time I put out a video, I'm learning, I'm improving. And so I just wanted to hop in and say that if you're somebody like me that kind of struggles with the concept of just do it, I feel that because I'm that way too. But honestly, just getting started and just putting something out there for that little moment of accomplishment of uploading a video, I mean, that can be enough just to kickstart you into doing something that you really want to do. So that's all I wanted to add right there. I think just the more you try, the better they'll get. Every video I put out, I try to do better than the last. And even if it's just one small thing, there doesn't need to be a huge improvement between them, but just even if you just try to do one small thing better or learn one thing that you want to improve on between each video, I think that's enough. And I think that over time, like, you'll be able to see, and I've definitely been able to see, like, how that makes a difference over time, even if I don't see it right away. I hope that you've all enjoyed this video, and thank you so much if you've stuck with me this far. I know that this is pretty different from the content that I usually make, but I have really enjoyed getting to take this time to just reflect back on the last 6 months, and I'm really excited to see where we keep going in the future. Big shout out to all of my viewers, my subscribers, anyone who has supported the channel, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!